Hello and welcome to the second shed update. Got quite a lot we've done this month, got quite a lot to talk about. So I think we better get started. The first thing I want to talk about is I was at the Hornby, I think it's called the Great Railroad something, or Great Electric Train Show, there you go, got it right eventually. And I heard a lot about this company called 10 Commandments. And they do lots of concrete cable trunking. So I went over to his stall and bought a pack, and I started installing it on the layout now. So it's only on the mainline section at the moment, and just on this corner here, this left-hand corner, and it all runs all the way down. And I've got the appropriate orange tubing where required, as of the main line, and a small junction box there, and obviously the point motors on all the points are all in now as well. Another thing I've done on this section here is, if you remember last time, there was no track here or no points. Well, I went over, was at the Swanage Steam Gala this year, and while I was there I saw the points I required, and bought them there and then, and have fitted them. But it did mean that I had to bring this section back up again, because it's removable, and refit all the point motors, because they have a different positioning than Hornby points do typically. So they're all in now, and they all work. They're not all wired up, but they're in there and ready to go. What else? If you remember last time, I ballasted this section here, and I don't know if I spoke to you about paving it over, or doing a pretend pavement. So what I did is I got some plasticard, and I cut it to the shape that I needed, stuck it in, and got some this is like a brick paper by modelrailwayscenery.com, and stuck that over it. And as you can see, it looks really nice, and I'm very pleased with it actually. They've got one like this on the mid-hants. Well, I can't remember what station it is, but they've got like a paved area as well. It needs a little bit more tidying up, a little bit finishing, but it means I can have something here on show, and it can be used as a car park as well when there's nothing here. And I've just started putting a bit of fencing up, as you can see. And this gate does open and close, so trains can get by, and there's a wire running through the bottom of the table which will connect to a servo and be controlled digitally as well. One other thing I did was I bought a box of foam inclines by Woodland Scenics, and all they are really is foam, and they are inclined, and you can so you can make gradients and things quite easily with no hassle. And as you can see, I've just installed them, glued them in, and they run just down to the bottom there. I'm very pleased with them. They weren't too expensive actually, and they save you a lot of time calculating gradients and things. We can just glue them in and stick the track on top. So they're all in now as well on this right corner shed. Something else I've installed on the uphill track are these, if you can see them, they're like metal strips. I've got one here. They're by DCC Concepts. As you can see, they're like that shape, so they can fit, in a line. And you fit magnets to your locos, and it gives it extra adhesion to the rails. So you'll be able to pull them up, pull more or greater loads up them. So that's on this uphill section, and as we come into the station, they're in the station as well, all the way down. While I had this corner section up, I drilled a hole through and connected the bus wires, the digital bus wires, which run underneath, down underneath here. You can't really see them, but they come out there for the DCC decoders when they arrive as well. So The issue I've had lately is my Hornby Select controller has, well, it's very much broken at the moment. It won't control any of the trains. So at the moment I'm down to a very basic Hornby DC controller, and I've only been able to run one train at any one time, which is a bit annoying. So it does mean that I'm going to buy the Hornby E-Link, so I can control it with the computer, and that will be my next thing to buy. So I'm looking forward to that. Last thing I did this month was I got loads of this Pico platform edging, which is that. It's very simple to use, and just edged the whole platform all the way along, and then started putting some platform topping on. So it's really easy. It's just glued in at the bottom, and the pins to stop it falling over when it's drying. Obviously put two sides in it, then put these diagonal strips in to increase the strength of the platform so it doesn't move, and then just finish it off by putting a top on it. So that will obviously go all the way across, all the way around, and all the way down. As you can see, I made a load of measurements and things, so I know exactly how big it should be and everything from a real platform, wear-room station actually. So, and then I've got the platform in between here to do, or down here as well, and obviously this to finish off along the back here. I've got a couple of things for my birthday this year. One being this model of a 747-400, which I like my aircraft as much as my trains. So yeah, this is a lovely model. It's by Skymarks. It's a lovely model. It's got wheels as well, which is really good. Only little issue is the actual aircraft in real life is no longer in service, so which is a slight issue. And the other couple of issues is it didn't come with life jackets or safety jackets. So I'm going to give a shout out to my life jacket team to come and fit them to my aircraft. Another thing I got for my birthday is a Hoover. It's an actual Hoover, made by Hoover, and it's a great little Hoover. It's more for, obviously it's for the shed and for modelling purposes as well. These little Hoovers are great for modelling, and I strongly recommend, if you model, you get a small Hoover of some kind for any little bits of ballast or scenery stuff you need to be hoovered up, or just dust and dirt while you're building it. So I strongly recommend a small Hoover. I'm very pleased with this one. It's good. It's as good as a Dyson. A new arrival this month is a Intercity 08 shunter by Hornby. These came out a couple of years ago now, and I wanted one for ages, and this one came up on Hatton's for, I think it was about £70, and I couldn't resist really. It's a lovely model. It runs really well. I fitted it with a lens decoder, which are very good decoders, much better than Hornby decoders, and they have a motor output of 1 amp, so they can take a lot more, pulling power before they pop. I love the features with this as well. It's got opening doors. The doors actually open, if you see that, and the gearing is very accurate. Sprung buffers. And there's an interior cab detail which you might be able to see. Don't know if you can see it in there. The camera's not going to focus, is it? No. Okay, but there's lots of detail inside the cab as well. I'm very pleased with that.